Hi guys, Blake here with Lilleys Landing Resort and Marina on beautiful Upper Lake Taneycomo. It is Monday, April the 13th of 2020, and this is the OneCast. Today I have boated up. I am just below Andy Williams' house in the eddy. It is quite a bit colder than it's been for the last few weeks. I think we're somewhere in the 40-degree range right now. Got almost to freezing last night. Had a kind of a pop-up storm. Well, not pop-up, but a thunderstorm roll through starting at around 7 last night. Lasted kind of off and on through the night. Turn the boat off there. So, yesterday I came in and I did a little fishing. From below our dock, I pulled the boat out and started drifting right as soon as I pulled out from the dock, down to a little bit past the Cooper Creek Flat. There's another row of personal docks after you go past Cooper Creek, and there's that flat there, and through there I caught an 18-inch brown, a 19-inch brown, and a 20-inch brown, dragging those little jerk baits that we sell up in the shop. And then I went up to the dam to see if I could catch some freshwater species, and didn't find any freshwater species, but I did find that if I drifted the very center from the cable down and fished towards the south bank with my 110+1 jerkbait, that I was actually catching the fish way out in the middle, and that jerkbait's a jerkbait that dives 7 to 9 foot deep, but I was catching them even close to the boat, right out in the middle, giving it a pretty aggressive action. So that was my fishing report from yesterday. Phil did pretty well up there using his white jig during the OneCast yesterday. Those are the only two. Actually, I talked to somebody else that was on the water yesterday, and they had been dragging power bait and were catching some fish, and they said they also caught like a 19-inch brown, dragging a white jig, and they were also fishing that area right there by Cooper Creek. So there was definitely some fish held up there yesterday. I caught some other, stalker sized rainbows through there from our dock down through Cooper Creek area. Sounds like they did too. And yesterday, out in the middle from the cable down to Trophy Run, on that jerkbait, I wound up catching probably 7 or 8 rainbows that were all in the 18 to 19 inch range. So really good day of fishing. Today I'm going to start off. I've got a few different rigs with me. I wanted to try some stuff out that I haven't tried lately. So this is a 1/4 ounce bell weight on a snap swivel connected to a barrel swivel connecting my leader. I've got a size 12 gray scud and a Cerise San Juan worm. These are two things I've been using my little jerk baits for dragging or throwing a big jerk bait, and I really haven't tried this. I know that these are things, the scud and that Cerise San Juan worm, are things that work pretty well when the floodwaters are running like this. So we're gonna give it a try. I guess I turned my camera to the wrong side. Let's get it back over here. And then I've got another rod rigged up, and it's got a double scud rig. And I'll try that one out probably, unless this one works really well. But on the double scud rig, I put a size 12 cream colored scud and a size 12 orange scud. For those of you that don't know about the orange scud, whenever they run floodwaters, a lot of the time it'll move the scuds out of their, you know, the positions where they've been hiding in the grass and all that kind of stuff. Well, a lot of the time the water gets to moving so fast that it actually kills them. And when a scud dies, its exoskeleton turns orange. So the fish will target in on those dead scuds floating down the water. And so I've got a orange scud rigged up to imitate that, and we'll see if that works, if this doesn't. And then I've got one of the little 762 jerk baits in a shad flavor that we sell up in the shop. I've got one of those rigged up, and that's, you know, for the last week and a half, that's really been my go-to rig, is that the same drift rig that you see here, except with one of those little jerk baits rigged on it. I'll reel this in, check it for moss real quick, and I think I'm gonna have to switch over to the jerk bait rig, see if we can catch a fish and get to see what one looks like today. I didn't have any moss. Okay. So, like I was saying, this is the same style drift rig with the snap swivel and the barrel swivel. Big difference here is the jerk bait. You only need 2 or 3 foot a leader, and you only really need about an 1/8 ounce weight, sometimes a 3/16 ounce, but the bill of the jerk bait actually kind of helps drive it to the bottom as the little weight pulls it to the bottom. So you don't need as much weight with a jerk bait. Well, I've had my chance twice and I'm running out of time. And there's the third one. Let's see if I set the hook on this one good enough. Oh my gosh. Okay, he's still there. I thought I lost the third one in a row. There we go. That's what a fish looks like today. He's got a interesting little spot, orange spot right there by his gill plate. But I did want to experiment and try the scuds and the San Juan worms. I know this has been working very well for the last week and a half with all these bait fish coming through. But I know that, you know, I talked to Steve Dickey and Ryan Milashowski, and they said some of the fish that they cleaned were just packed full of scuds. So I know they're eating scuds. I guess I just have to play around with it a little bit longer and get my drift right and get the area right. It might have been better if I came down here with the scuds. I'm not sure. There's another one. Well, if you're gonna get out to Taneycomo anytime soon, I recommend any little floating jerk bait on a drift rig. Anything that resembles a bait fish, because they are definitely hitting it. That's 4 or 5 fish that I've at least had hit or had on in the last 6 or 7 minutes. He's not hooked very well at all, but there's another one. He's got some real pretty spots. Ow. All right, guys. Well, I think I'll call it a day on that note. We thank you guys for watching. Like and share us on Facebook, and we will do it again tomorrow. Thanks, guys.